Eric, from your perspective, right, you guys do tons of deals every year, and you work with large firms, small firms, mid-sized firms. What are some of the things, first of all, do you agree with Jim's assessment? Those are some key areas. And if so, what are some other ones that you think important to share with our audience?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with everything that Jim said. We actually, it's something that we pay very close attention to in terms of creating alignment, between the core staff, the client base, the principals. We actually co-opted a phrase from an M&A deal we did about 3 years ago that said you have to focus on the three families. Your first family is your nuclear family. How does doing an M&A deal impact your personal financial position as a principal of the company? So that represents sort of the really personal elements of what takes place, after the deal is done, and you're visiting the kids and potentially grandkids, and how does the deal sort of impact those relationships? So that's the first family. The second family, which I think Jim correctly puts the right amount of emphasis, because this is the one that is so often lost in the deal, which is the staff. How does this actually impact the staff? And the reason why it's so important is because it is very uncommon to see a single advisor who's transacting on a book of business. That advisor is being supported by so many other different people, and in a lot of cases these are staff members who have tenures of not uncommon to see tenures of 15-20 years plus in that role as someone who's supporting the client service. And in a lot of cases, I'd say more often than not, there have been either explicit promises or notions of there being some sort of reward through the M&A process. So that's one of the first things that we want to flesh out is, okay, I know how this is good for the principals. How is it good for the staff? Do we have any potential issues that, are they going to be disruptive to the process? Have you maybe mentioned something, even something 3 or 5 years ago that they might have an expectation? And judging by how our clients answer that question, we might take a different approach. We might decide to bring in a key staff member into the negotiation, or shortly thereafter. We might hold off that communication. So we have to be very adaptive to the feeling in the office and on the ground. And then the last family is clients, of course, and we have to make sure that clients are informed correctly. And what we tell clients who are going through the M&A process is we want to be thinking about the press release.